Welcome to Facts for Real Videos. This video about Pluto is hiding life in its oceans. Scientists suggest Pluto is an exoplanet and the most well-known dwarf. Our solar system's planet is hidden. Somewhere in its darkest corner, Pluto's surface temperature is freezing. While at first sight, it is simply a distant icy and barren celestial body. But could Pluto be hiding something? Perhaps even life scientists discovered that because it is so far from the sun, its interior remains warm. That has been the case since Pluto formed beneath Pluto's hazy, layered atmosphere. The surface is icy, with craters and impure water rise. When the surface of a planet stretches, there is also a large impact basin flooded by frozen nitrogen, and beneath that icy crust could be an internal ocean. Pluto, on the other hand, mostly leaves many fractures behind. There are numerous cracks visible throughout its water-ice crust, and they're all ages. Some may have been formed 4.5 billion years ago. Pluto most likely grew while it was still forming, because it slowly accumulated small pieces of icy material. It condensed during the formation of our solar system's outer region. This process was heating up and speeding up to the point of melting. The surface of Pluto extended as liquid water at the ocean's surface froze onto the base of its ice crust during. The ocean may have stopped freezing for the next billion years after its first half-billion years. Radioactive heat buildup temporarily balanced the rate of heat escape to space. Pluto, on the other hand, produced less radioactive heat over time. The roof of its interior ocean continued to freeze, forming a 120-mile thick layer between the rock and ice crusts, which was the first indication that there might be an ocean. Scientists obtained the second potential piece of evidence when they realized the icy shell had managed to glide across an almost frictionless interior and reorient itself. They realized it wasn't just about the ocean. The cool thing about this is that wherever there is water, there could be life. A potential ocean beneath an icy crust is not something that could exist. Only Pluto and a few other icy moons in our solar system have it. Saturn's moons Enceladus and Titan, as well as Jupiter's Europa, could both have salty liquid oceans. They both emit similar water plumes from their interiors. These geysers are telling us something. These moons most likely have their own energy source. Have you heard of the series? It is energy that can sustain life due to radiation or gravity. It's the nearest dwarf planet to us, the first asteroid, and the largest object in the asteroid belt between Jupiter and Mars. We discovered it at the turn of the 19th century. People even called it a planet back then, though it is no longer so popular. There's a chance Ceres has a subsurface ocean as well. Geysers could be the first indication of the presence of water. A meteorite strike could have exposed subsurface ice to space, resulting in a vapor plume. Ceres, too, may have its own atmosphere. The planet is relatively distant from the sun. However, its surface temperature can reach -37 degrees Fahrenheit. If there was water ice on the surface at these temperatures, it would quickly turn to gas, potentially creating an atmosphere. This fascinating dwarf planet has more than just oceans. There are numerous volcanoes throughout our solar system, including Mercury. They are found on Venus, Mars, and Io, one of Jupiter's moons. However, Io is the only planet with more than 400 active volcanoes, 150 of which erupt at any given time. Scientists believe there may be volcanic activity on Venus as well as Jupiter's moon Europa. They can't verify this because Venus has an extremely thick. Europa has a thick ice shell and an atmosphere, even though volcanoes in other areas are no longer active. Because of specific landforms, we know they used to be. They left behind hills, valleys, plains, and mountains, as well as lava channels. It's similar to watering your plants on the front porch. Water is flowing down your sloped driveway along a specific path. This results in small channels. Our moon may have had active volcanoes in the past, similar to how lava does. When dinosaurs were still roaming the Earth, they might have seen something spectacular lava fiercely oozing from the moon's surface if they had telescopes. Aina, an unusual volcanic deposit on the moon, was photographed by astronauts, and there were 70 similar patches in the volcanic plains. They discovered it on the moon's side that faces our planet. Some of them are billions of years old. However, some may have formed less than 100 million years ago, and dinosaurs became extinct 66 million years ago. Extinction could have been caused by Jupiter, But no one knows where this space rock that hit our home planet 66 million years ago came from, let alone with such force. It left a crater off the coast of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, causing earthquake tsunamis and fierce volcanic eruptions that harmed more than just dinosaurs. Not to mention nearly 3/4 of all animal and plant life on the planet. However, some believe Jupiter was the one who hurled the comet into the Earth. Gravity is a perplexing force that can cause the solar system to behave like a giant pinball machine. Jupiter is our largest planet, which means it is extremely powerful. Gravity acts as a solar system guardian, kicking many incoming comets away. These comets can experience extremely strong effects when they are brought close to the Sun. Tidal forces break them apart, resulting in long chunks of a comet in one of these chunks. Have you heard the story of Triton? He most likely went towards the Earth. Neptune has 13 moons, the largest of which is Trident. It is our solar system's only giant moon with a retrograde orbit. That is, it revolves around its parent planet in the opposite direction of its rotation. Scientists believe this is due to Triton's previous location in the Kuiper Belt, a disc-shaped region in the outer solar system. I'm talking about beyond Neptune's orbit, and it's possible that Neptune's gravitational pull drew it out of that region millions of years ago. Pluto may have formed within the Kuiper Belt as well. Pluto and Triton are nearly identical. They now have comparable density, mass, and surface material. Triton is locked in synchronous orbit around its parent planet. Neptune is now far from what we believe to be its home. We've discovered the farthest object yet. A mysterious planetoid called Wait for It Far exists in our solar system. 1 astronomical unit is the average distance between the Earth and the Sun, which is approximately 92 million miles. The distance between Well Far Far Out and Pluto is 132 astronomical units from the Sun. Because it is so far away that it takes about 1,000 years to complete a single circle around the Sun, have you ever imagined what would happen? If 2 gas giants collide, the chances are slim. However, although it depends on the angle and speed of impact, a head-on collision would cause them to completely merge and not lose any matter whether. We're referring to their gaseous envelopes or solid cores. However, at high speeds, their 2 cores would merge and both planets would lose most of their envelope gas. If there was an oblique collision, 2 cores could completely avoid each other. Planets would merge. However, a significant portion of their gases would vanish into space in an indirect manner. Planets would continue on as if nothing had happened if they collided in the manner of a sideswipe. There is no evidence for this, but one theory suggests that Jupiter and Saturn, or at least one of them, are involved. It's possible that it formed by merging smaller gas planets. That's all there is to it for today. So, if you've satisfied your curiosity, give the video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, click on these videos and stay on facts for real videos.